What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So today is actually going to be a quick update on exactly what's been going on with my Atkins reboot. So a lot of you might know I went into like strength training and to be completely honest, I've kind of backed off the deadlifts. I'm going to go back in. I gave myself a little bit of rest. I programmed them out and my squats out for just a couple weeks to see if I could let my back heal up a little bit. I've been working on that. But other than that, I have been focused on low carbish. And I say low carbish because I'm not doing it with extreme restrictions, but I am doing it with extreme restrictions, if that makes sense. So just to recap really quick of what I'm doing like one cheat day a week. Last week, the last 7 days ish, not this week. Was it this week? So my cheat days are supposed to be on Thursdays, right? Right now, because I'm just kind of I'm surrounding them around like days where I was doing something. So I was going to like a bodybuilding show, and my friend was going to go out to dinner, and we were going to go with them. So that's why I was scheduling at that time. This week we're doing a Christmas party, so that's why it's scheduled this time. But it just keeps happening to land on Thursdays. I guess that won't be a normal thing, but maybe I'll keep it there. Now, what I'm doing is low carb, 7 days a week, 6 days a week, and then I do one high carb day. So on that day, I'm actually not eating a lot of fat, just kind of staying for my calorie or my staying for my staying shooting for just carbohydrates that day. So if you're gonna have a cheat day, that's kind of what you do. You stay away from them. I'll be completely honest. I'm probably stuffed full of glycogen, and I really don't need a cheat day at this time. But I feel like this point in my journey, it really helps me mentally. I feel okay, and it gives me something to work towards each week. In addition to that, helping me preserve muscles, and I try to figure out how to get it somewhere around my heavy lifting day, which that's going to take some time, obviously, with different things and stuff like that going on for the events, and which if they go in tandem with my heavy lifting day or whatever. So that being said, the couple things I haven't been going super restrictive on is I have not started meal prepping yet, and I should have done it yesterday, to be completely honest with you. Um, Although I did have an extremely productive day scheduling client or not scheduling clients, programming clients, workouts and stuff like that for the next 4 weeks. So I got that off my plate, and that does take quite a bit of time. So I'm doing sugar-free coffee, vanilla, French vanilla, and there's some calories in that. I bumped up my cardio today to 45 minutes of stairs. I'm going to be doing 45 minutes each day. And some people, including myself as a trainer, might say, well, that's too much too fast. Here's the thing. For me, I know the harder I work on something, the harder it is to screw it up. So I know if I'm hitting 45 minutes on the stairs, I am going to be putting in quite a bit of work. So I'm not going to be primed to screw myself over. Also, I have an endomorph body style, so I'm a little bit more resilient to weight loss. And if I want to incorporate my coffee creamer, is what I'm doing each day, I'm going to sacrifice and do those extra 45 minutes. And today, it proved worthy and really put me in a good position. Last week, I screwed up, and what I did was instead of doing one cheat day, I think I fell apart like midweek and kind of screwed it up, and it was just like one meal. So what I did on cheat day is I did like one meal kind of off track, but most of the day, 90% of the day, I fasted. I really didn't eat much. So I definitely did a lot better on cheat day than I normally would, and I'm trying to rein that in a little bit. And I may probably going in the future, I'm probably gonna have to span them out like once every 2 weeks or something like that. And here's the thing, you might be saying, well, you're Atkins and you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. I can do whatever the freak I want. And I am doing something probably totally different than what you're doing because whatever is going to, like, it's so funny because let me talk a little bit about low carb because everybody's like, low carb's not sustainable, this and that. Shut the hell up. Okay, so first of all, there are essential proteins and there are essential fats. There is no such thing as an essential carbohydrate, okay? But in the same sense, these are the people that will tell you the same things but in reverse. So if these people are, say it's very common in the bodybuilding industry. I hear it so much. They will say my carbs are at 400 and my protein is at 200 or whatever for a 200-pound person or whatever. And then they will say, and I will say, what's your fat? And they will say something like 10 or 20 or 40 or something like that. And I'll be like, huh, interesting. Because, and I don't tell them this, but it's like, if you think about it, they are low fat. Okay. So their primary fuel source is carbohydrates. But if there's essential fats, and you should be shooting at like 100 or your body weight divided by two, if you're 200 pounds, 100 would be okay. Then technically you're on a low fat diet because you're not hitting that mark. Although, according to all nutrition, we know that fat is essential. Okay? So, my question to them would be if that is the case, then why are you low fat? And if you want to lean out, why do you drop your carbs and raise your fat? And that's when you're going to hear absolute silence. There's nothing wrong with what you do or why you do it. The diet that works, the way of eating that works, the it could be a Mediterranean diet. I don't care if it's a meat eater's diet, paleo. I don't completely agree with just eating meat 24/7 because let's be completely honest, that's a shit ton of calories. So I could eat probably 10 pounds, 20 pounds of hamburger a day. You know what I mean? Like just like that and salt. Like, and I can't fathom that that's going to be doable. And maybe that's not what you're doing, and maybe a lot of the times when people look in from Atkins and they're like, you're eating way too much cheese and meat, and that's it. And I'm sorry, my friend, but have you even looked up Atkins? I eat like 8 cups of vegetables a day. Okay? Most American diets, they are not eating any vegetables. Okay? And then I'm eating a pretty good amount of fat. And then I'm eating, an essential fats. Remember that. And then I'm eating, the minimal amount of carbohydrates. People that aren't resilient to getting rid of carbohydrates tend not to understand what happens when somebody eats too many carbohydrates. They put themselves in a bad position. Now, I am open to all kinds of ways to, with clients, I go all different directions with diets. Some people I have literally had people on fast food diets. Any of my clients that I currently have, no, you're not allowed to do that, okay? But I have literally done that. And there is just so many different types of things that work for different types of people. So if what you're doing works, don't worry about what anybody else says. Fuck them. But the reality is, I feel like I've been doing pretty damn decent. First of all, I started my journey of cutting, we'll call it, at 270 pounds. It ballooned up like huge, like it started getting way out of control. It's been a rough year because of losing my son and stuff. In all reality, I'm not going to say that I have definitely not necessarily been like emotional eating, but I'm just like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like meaning like it threw me for a loop, and I'm still in that loop. And every day is really, really difficult for me. But other than that, uh, I started at 230, 270. I wish I was 230 right now. 270. And I think this whole COVID thing has been pretty difficult for me. Um, it's been, I spend a lot of time in car and stuff driving up back and forth. Anyway, I am off track really bad mentally on this video. all over the damn place. But my water intake has been picking up, okay? My cardio has been a hell of a lot more consistent. The last few days, I kind of skipped a couple workouts and I felt really good and energized from it. I was giving my body kind of time to just reset and didn't want to stress myself out. I wanted to get on a new program and stuff like that, and I feel like I got some momentum and I'm really excited about which way I'm going with this. I got my cardio done super early today in the morning. Well, probably in a couple hours I'm going to hit the gym and I'm excited about that. So I'm figuring out really like a system, more organization than everything. I have not hit into the 250s yet, and I've been tirelessly trying. I am hoping by Thursday of this week to be able to do so. Okay? My body fat, I didn't check. I haven't checked in a few days, but I did check the other day. It was down 2%. And that is good. I went on a walk last night. I've been trying to stay a little bit more active. I'm going to be training for a 5K with with some clients, and I really want to run this one. Last time I kind of jogged it with Nikki, which is perfectly fine. But in all honesty, I was in no position to get any great numbers or anything like that. I want to get it probably under 30 minutes this time and really focus on dropping some body fat and putting myself in a better position. So I've been up and down the last few weeks. I can give you an exact amount of what my weight is. Hold on. Based on my sheet, because I track it every day. I put it on the paper here, and it stays right in front of my scale. Every morning-ish, whenever I feel like to weigh in, I usually check first thing in the morning. Started out on the 23rd, so it's been 1, 2, 3, no, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 days, okay? My goal this month was to lose 10 pounds. I'm currently at, and I know damn well if I would have stayed Atkins the whole time, I'd be way under that, okay? But I'm taking a different approach. A little bit of spinning things up in there. Trying to put a little bit more balance in my life. Most importantly, get out and do things outside of my comfort zone, like this damn party that I didn't really want to go to, and I actually told them no, but I'm gonna go. And that bodybuilding show that I was really not gonna go to, and I told them no, and I went, and it felt good. It felt really good. And it was cool. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what these days are about. Getting out there and just living a little. My goal was to hit 10 pounds. I did that within like the first like 9 days. Boom, really fast, hit that. And then I've kind of been all over the place. Went back up after cheap day to 268.6. I'm back. Then the next day it was 266. Then yesterday it was 264. And then today I hit 261.4. So we are trending in a positive direction. By the next 1, 2, 3 days, I'm hoping to be in the 250s. And then I'm going to probably reset like my goal and keep going. Now, remember, I'm taking these weight loss goals as not necessarily the most important factor at this time. My body fat is absolutely ridiculous. And it is unacceptable for me, and I'm not happy with it. The problem was I was running 30, 40 miles a week, and then I went into strength training, brought my calories up too fast, and really kicked up the body fat. So it's been a struggle mentally and physically to get through it. So I've learned a lot. and now I'm working slowly on bringing it back down. Uh, in addition to that, I know that I actually have extra weight, which will be lost in the process, but my back burner number one, number two concern is going to be body fat. And um, next month, I'm looking to be probably in the 240s. So, really kind of trying to focus on that. So, next month, I'm going to reset it probably for another 10 pounds, another 2.5 pounds a week. And I feel like I have no problem being able to do that. If you think about this, okay, I am steadily. Technically, all right. So if I'm sitting at 9 pounds lost and I've been in for 3 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah, 3 weeks, that's 369, that's 3 pounds a week. There's nothing wrong with that, even though there's a slight fluctuation and stuff like that. 3 pounds a week in the beginning of your journey is doable. Okay. Obviously, that's not going to be sustainable forever. But why should I have to do more than that? You know what I mean? And then next month I go for 2.5 pounds a week or 3 pounds a week still. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy with the progress. And I'm trying to look more towards long-term sustainability rather than trying to just drop weight really fast. And I feel actually empowered from it. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, if I'm a year away from, the weight I want to be or anything like that, think about it in a positive way. In a year, maybe I'm 30, 40, 50 pounds lower or something like that, or just leaner. And I can, have a cheat day once a week where I can go out with friends or find friends to go out with or something like that. I put myself in a lot better position to be able to stay on track rather than constantly trying to suffer and stuff like that. And this may change in a couple weeks, but this is the current idea that I have, and I'm happy with my progress. And I will say the end all cure all for me is definitely low carb. You can say whatever you want about it, but every time you're going to try to pull away from it completely, you're probably going to find yourself in a bad position. And people with that don't have weight problems usually don't understand it. So, nobody's unhealthfully overeating lettuce. Just not going to happen. It's about the volume of food, and I hear that constantly, but people don't understand that that goes one step further, and it is about the sugar intake as well. You guys, I hope this video helped you. Please join us on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for Healthy Life. Have a beautiful day. Be stronger than excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your damn water and stay on track. Bye.